So hello everyone, my name is Tuomas Ritola from Selko Technologies, and what we do in Selko is basically intelligent text classification and analysis for complex engineering, and basically it means AI for text, and the kind of text we analyze is technical text, so that you find in engineering design. And overall problem that we are addressing is that there's let's say more than half of the large-scale engineering projects actually exceed their budgets and their schedules. And when you're talking about big enough projects, the budget overruns tend to be massive. So it's in the range of €1 billion. And engineering is always based on written specifications, so text data, and that basically causes the issue usually. So you have thousands of pages of data and years of work. There's poor usability, so it's difficult to use data, difficult to communicate, and there's different kind of issues related to the data, like ambiguity or dependencies or contradictions and so on. And this basically happens in many different domains. So if the projects are large enough or the products are complex enough, you have enough data so that it actually might cause an issue, or actually it requires a lot of work, or it's difficult for people to kind of keep tabs on. And what we're doing in Selko is a SaaS tool for text analysis, so engineering text analysis in specific. And what you basically do is you can feed in a text document, let's say PDF document that can be hundreds of pages, and then with the document and some, let's say, labeled or structured training data, you can describe what you actually want to search from the document. And so it's a tool that then highlights based on the specifications you give for the data that you want to search from the documents. It finds and highlights these sort of interesting pieces of the text for you automatically, and then shows it in the context of the original document. And what we aim to do is effortless machine learning. And after Eero's presentation, it's of course, it's difficult to do effortless machine learning, but that's what we try to do, and that's, I think, what we're delivering. So we give the user the option to train the models and then find the, let's say, interesting relevant text from the documents. Then they can also use the tool to create training data, because that's often an issue that the companies don't have training data to begin with. And we've also gotten really good results on, let's say, significantly smaller sets of training data using clever transfer learning. So this is actually a huge thing, because just a few words about machine learning in general. I suppose there's many people who are more experts than me, but might be some people who are actually not so familiar with machine learning. So you can have unsupervised machine learning with text data, and there you would give the machine basically just a huge chunk of text and then kind of let the computer recognize some feature from it. For example, cluster it to different related elements. But what we are doing is supervised machine learning, and there we basically give, for example, 3 topics, and then define single elements that represent this kind of piece of text that we're interested in, and do it for all of the topics. But the problem here is that often, well, yeah, so basically we describe the right answers. We give the right answers to the tool. But the problem here is that traditionally with supervised learning, you need a lot of data. You need a lot of labeled high-quality examples. So in the traditional methods, it's somewhere around 10,000 examples where you usually get good enough results. But then what we do is basically data efficient transfer learning. So we can actually deal with, let's say, 1% to 5% from the traditional methods data requirements. And this is a massive thing, because that's the main reason why, or one of the main reasons why AI solutions haven't been used a lot in companies, that they don't have the data. So this is actually a way to kind of lower the threshold of the requirements for the data. So here's a sort of quick demo through our tool. So this is the you can log into our tool, you can create a project and then upload a document. Then you can define with either simple, let's say, keyword-based approaches on the things that you want to search, or then you can download an Excel with those sort of labeled training examples that you want to search for. Then the tool analyzes the document and then highlights the interesting parts for the user in the context of the original document. So relatively simple stuff. Then you can show it in different ways, but the interesting part is that then you can actually extract the collection of only the interesting elements that you have identified. You can comment them and also validate, the user can validate the results. And then with this collection, you can export it. So you can export only the categorized text as tables or then with highlighted originals, and basically distribute the work or channel the material for the right experts in your organization. And then this is often the case that there's no training data to begin with. So then our tool actually can be used to create the training data in sort of daily usage or in the business as usual document analysis. So you can analyze the documents that you anyways need to read, for example, for a tender process. Then you can click and highlight the sentences that you're interested in that are that describe the things that you're looking for from the document. Then give them a label and then save it and keep on doing this and basically turn your daily document analysis into a machine that sort of creates training data for you for the things that you're interested in. And what we get out of this is enhanced usability for text documents. And then you can either train your own model or use our models to kind of boost the results. But most importantly, this allows you to easier implement AI-based tools already now in your business. So start to automate your processes and save time and cost. And we've done some case studies, for example, with space tech, so a company called RUAG. They do satellite electronics, so they have incoming requirements from a client, a massive document like a PDF usually. So then we take that and classify it according to their product architecture. So then the right experts in the organization get the right material. And with Fortum, we just started collaborating with them, and the goal is to classify the new requirements from a new market according to the requirement models that they have in-house. So then they can make a faster kind of licensing or compliance process. And just to recap, our tool is called Selko AI. We're launching next month. So basically, if you're interested, we're happy to tell you more. And in addition, there's a lot more things to come. So this is the kind of the most viable product, the simple stuff that we can do. And then the goal is, of course, to do a lot more with text data, especially in engineering. Thank you.